Steve, I think we've all run out of superlatives to describe that one. How would you sum it up?
I thought it was a lot of hard work. There was a lot of good work. There was a lot of on the front foot performances. Many times a manager will stand here at 5 and think it could have been 10. It should have been. Not could have been, it should have been. But I'm never going to criticise a player for missing a chance. Kane's missed a couple, Rosie's missed one or two, because they've never stopped getting in there. We've said to them, just miss chances. It means you're in there. It means we're creating. And we've beaten a good side. Credit to Newport County. They never stopped. I think I've gone on record many times saying what I think of the manager, the job that Mike has done. I've got a lot of lads in that team that I know personally, the likes of Pipey. They're fantastic professionals, and credit to them. They never stopped, despite, it has to be said, a bit of a battering. But as a manager, you look for character, and I think Michael would have got that in the second half.
What was your pick of the goals?
I think you always look at certain goals that you like to see. If I'm being totally frank, I like Alan McDonald's goal because he's forced himself into the box. But how can you take in away from the wee man, from Alfie? He comes in. Nobody would have picked him tonight, Steve, but we see him sparkle in training, and we thought he could get at him a little bit. So I see all the goals because there's never been a manager yet who don't like to see the team score a goal. So delighted to see Mackie got on the sheet because I think his performances in recent times have been fantastic for us. And when Hamilton plays like that, you pay millions for him. And if he played like he did at Swindon, you wouldn't give him 3 bob to turn up and play for you. So it's a bit, the boys having determination, having the ability to live properly. And if you live properly and you display it in training, we'll put you in. As we've seen tonight, King's been stunning for 2 days. But I'm not foolish as a head coach. A lot of that credit goes with Paul Rayner, who's been pushing his case for 3 or 4 days now. And I thought to give us his debut and play like that and there with Alex was fantastic to see.
The football world will see this scoreline, won't they? And they will ask, were Mansfield Town that good or were Newport that bad?
I don't think it was either, Steve. I certainly think that we played very well. But I give credit to the opposition. I think sometimes you see an opposition fold, especially when the 5th goal went in. I know we've hit things off the line, we've hit the post 2 or 3 times when we should score, we've missed some chances. But those lads never stopped running for Newport County, so they go away with a lot of plaudits for me. But my players got a lot of plaudits. I think they played on the front foot. It was a team that probably none of them expected to be named an hour or so before kick-off. But we said to them a few weeks ago that the players who produce the performances are going to play and not the players with reputations. And if it means they've got both, like Rose, then that helps.
What ignited such a comprehensive display and result tonight?
Hard work, training ground practice, determination, young men willing to put a wrong right from Saturday. We don't think we should have lost there. I still don't think we should have lost. I'm not saying we should have perhaps won the game, but we shouldn't have lost the game. And that hurts when you do that. But we've got to pick them up now. There's a lot of recovery got to take place because we've a trip down to Exeter. In reality, it's not very far. People say it's all the way to Exeter. And it's not that far. It's a few years and a coach, and we'll prepare properly. But it's going to be tough because we're going into the Lions Den, a team that won a lot of points at home, and a man in Paul Disdale who I have nothing but the utmost respect for.
It was the biggest win of the season tonight. Was it also the best under you?
I think in spells in the first half it was as good as we've had here. But I've always maintained when this time of the season comes, big players normally come to the fore. McDonald's come to the fore a month and 6 weeks ago, and it's a good job he did because we needed the wee fella. But isn't it great to have competition for places? Look at our bench tonight. Look at the boys that don't get stripped. And I've said to the chairman, we're going to need all of them, And I look at other squads. I look at who Michael's bringing off the bench tonight for Newport County. They're very good players, Steve. I look at the people say that Accrington do a wonderful job that John Coleman's done, but I hear people say they've not got any money. I think they spent more on us in the summer, and I think the wage bill demonstrates they're having such a good season. But it's not about that. It's about how hard he works with that group, and that's credit to every manager. Luton back is normal tonight. Wickham get another late winner, which is customary. So it's as you were.
From the first whistle, we could sense in the stands that the players were so on it ahead of Newport in terms of quality. Could you sense that from the dugout?
Well, the boys were terrific in training. You only had to look at when they come in here Sunday morning. I'm talking about the group that were not overly involved at Swindon. All had a full training programme, and it was stunning. And you come in from the training ground yesterday and if Paul Rayner says to me any more about Adam King and McDonald playing as a partnership, I'm going to choke him, because it's all he spoke to me about for 24 hours. But that's why I value Paul so highly. He got it right.
You stand here and speak to us, don't you? After a win, a loss or a draw, very level, but even you must take great pleasure and have a special feeling after this performance.
Well, I think you always have I think it's gone from special feelings as a manager or head coach now to relief, because we're all judged on results, aren't we? And we have to work hard. This is a real tough league to get out of. There's a lot of teams with a lot of character. County win tonight. There's a lot of character in the league, and but we try and keep it level. There's no point. I can be irrational on the side. I can be irrational immediately after games sometimes to the players. But I think when you come away from that, you need a real calmness about yourself, so you get your thought process right. Our team tonight won't be our team on Saturday, but before people criticise, they wouldn't have named the team tonight.